10 unbelievable tactics police actually use. Police officers are law enforcement professionals responsible for preventing and detecting crime and maintaining public safety. To fulfill this role, police must use a variety of tactics and strategies. Some of these tactics are well known, such as patrolling neighborhoods or responding to emergency calls. But there are also lesser known tactics that are used by police to protect the public. We've all heard of tales of police officers going to extraordinary lengths to keep our cities safe. But how much of it is true? Mostly it's hard to determine what tactics police actually use in the line of duty to catch bad guys. In this video, we'll explore 10 unbelievable tactics police actually use to fight crime. From tactical deception to sophisticated surveillance techniques, get ready to uncover the truth. So let's get started. Number 1. Taillight touch. Taillight touch has been gaining attention as an unexpected tool police actually use, and it's raising intriguing questions about the limit of traditional police techniques. This approach involves having a police car pull up behind another vehicle while the officer inside discreetly taps the taillight of that car. The surreptitious signal somehow encourages drivers to follow the law. Research shows that drivers tend to realize they're being watched and subconsciously obey the speed limit or other road regulations. It appears that taillight touch can add an extra layer of deterrence for officers trying to ensure roadway safety without needing to pursue costly fines or employ other conventional tactics. More investigations are needed to ascertain if this relatively new technique will have a real-world impact, but in any case, it's certainly an interesting concept worth watching out for. Number 2. Two-faced tactics. When it comes to police tactics, two-faced behavior is likely one of the least expected and most unnerving tools utilized in today's criminal world to hit the thief target. It involves an officer misleading a person by creating an impression that he or she is sympathetic to a situation or understanding of a particular viewpoint, when in actuality, the officer has their own ulterior motives for doing so. This unbelievable method is surprisingly employed by many police officers, as it misleadingly encourages people with honest intentions to open up and provide insight into their situations. These two-faced tactics are poorly viewed amongst law-abiding citizens, yet they remain a reality as police officers continue to employ them when necessary in order to ensure justice is served. Number 3. Lines and lies. Police forces around the world utilize a variety of tactics to investigate crime, gather evidence, and get confessions from suspects. One common tactic is the use of lines and lies during interrogations. Specifically, this occurs when an investigator subtly or overtly suggests that they have more information than they actually do, often with details related to the case or suspect identity. Such tactics rely on false claims of knowledge or evidence and aim to manipulate or pressure the suspect into giving up information or a confession. While such an approach can be effective in solving certain cases, it's come under close scrutiny by some who argue that it can lead to false confessions, which may be seen as a violation of rights. Consequently, different countries have their own morals which describe what's valid and not valid when it comes to police interviews and interrogations. Number 4. Good cop, bad cop interrogation method. While the term good cop, bad cop may have originated from television, it's actually an integral part of police training. This method involves two officers working in harmony to get the best outcome for any situation. While the good cop offers some empathy and kindness, the bad cop can take a firmer and more aggressive tone. The combination creates effective tactics as evidenced by numerous successful outcomes. It's fascinating to understand the range of surprising strategies that police officers around the world use in order to gain compliance from suspects and protect public safety. These methods continue to demonstrate that law enforcement isn't simply about brute force, but instead requires careful problem-solving strategies adapted to fit countless contexts. Number 5. Pretext phone call. Police use all sorts of tactics to get information, from utilizing the power of persuasion to setting up clever pretext phone calls. For example, officers often call a suspect, pretending to be someone else in order to try and get the suspect to spill details or incriminate themselves. These pretext calls can prove incredibly effective once the suspect has been led off guard by the officer's convincing line of questioning and tailored dialogue. In some cases, the suspect may be unsure if they're speaking to a police officer at all, only later realizing that their words have betrayed them and landed them in hot water. Knowing these tricky tactics are out there serves as an ongoing reminder for law-abiding citizens that we should be extra careful with what we say over the phone. Number 6. False evidence play. Police officers exhibit tremendous courage and integrity on a daily basis as they work to keep our communities safe. But tragically, there is a painful truth that can't be overlooked. Some officers resort to the nefarious practice of creating false evidence. Known as false evidence play, this risk-taking maneuver is intended to increase the chances of obtaining a conviction against an individual suspected of major crimes. But it's not an ethical technique to use. From confessions alleged to be obtained under duress, right up to plants or added evidence made to falsely incriminate innocent people, sources are increasingly reported on incidents of this unscrupulous action being employed by police forces around the country, which amounts to little more than a gross violation of civil rights. Number 7. Siren sounds. Law enforcement officers have an incredible job. Those charged with protecting our safety must stay up to date on the tactics criminals use and constantly come up with creative strategies to keep us safe. One of these strategies might sound too multi-layered and advanced to be true, but it's real. Siren sounds. Yes, officers make use of recorded audio from emergency services sirens at certain times to attempt to break through the noise in certain areas that may be affected by crime more than others. This unexpected tactic is one impressive example of police forces fighting for peace and improved public safety. Number 8. Hide lights. Have you ever heard of hide lights or flashlights? They aren't your common everyday flashlight. Hide lights are specialized headphones that emit a low-level illumination and allow law enforcement officers to work in the dark without being seen. This remarkable piece of technology has enabled police to remain covert while surveilling suspects and apprehending criminals. It's an invaluable tool for police when working in stealth or infrared mode, and it can be used with various types of weapons. In addition, this type of light allows officers to clear rooms, investigate possible hideouts, and search for suspects without risking their safety. No matter the situation, hide lights enable officers to safely and successfully carry out their duties while remaining unseen. Number 9. Birdwatching drones. Birdwatching is an increasingly popular hobby, and drones are offering up some new ways for people to observe the avian world in exciting new detail. Drones can offer amateur and professional birdwatchers a new perspective that has never been possible before. With their flying skills, aerial shots of birds become much easier to capture, giving observers closer access than ever before. From bird migration to courting behaviors in different species, drones have opened up unprecedented possibilities to record bird behavior in a way never before seen. With advancements in drone technology, endless possibilities are now available for the future of birdwatching using these cutting-edge devices. Number 10. Lawful lasso, bull wrap. The use of technology in the police force has come a long way over the years. One incredible non-lethal tool that's quickly becoming ubiquitous among all law enforcement is the lawful lasso, or commonly known as the bull wrap. By utilizing a specialized launcher to fire lightweight bolas that extend up to 10 feet, it allows officers to keep a suspect at bay at a safe distance. With bolas made from Kevlar cord and small weights attached to each end, once deployed around a suspect's limbs or body, it'll restrain them without causing any injury. As an added bonus, it gives peace of mind knowing no firearms need to be deployed during confrontations. So there you have it, 10 cutting-edge technologies and tactics that police forces are now utilizing to keep us safe. From facial recognition software to siren sounds and to lawful lasso, all these tactics contribute to improved public safety and protect civilians from harm. In an ever-changing world, police forces must stay up to date on the latest and greatest technology, and these technologies are just a few examples of how they're doing so.